Hi, Collective. Welcome to my channel, LunaFae Tarot. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm happy to have you here with me today. So I have opened up personal readings. You'll find the link to my website in the description. Yay! I do have another website I'm working on. I make intention items like, chainmail bracelets and lovely earrings and wire wrapped stones and whatnot. Basically intention items. I just meditate on whatever, like love or protection or whatever as I'm making it. Like this one, for instance, takes like, I don't know, like an hour and a half. So there's a lot of energy like imbued in all that good stuff. So I believe in it. You don't have to believe in it, but I do. Everything has energy like this. You do too, right? Anywho. My readings are timeless, so if you found this, it was meant to find you. They're also gender fluid, so if I say he or she, feel free to reverse that if needed to fit your situation, okay? And this is a collective reading or general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? So what I'm seeing here in this pre-shuffle, seeing what I mean by when I say pre-shuffle, every time I cut the deck, when I'm shuffling whatever cards I'm going to work with, that's my pre-shuffle. So I see somebody in deep regret. It was a player energy. They're trying to hold on to a high priestess, etc. They were juggling. I mean, you know, they want to give you a dirty offer, etc. This is just stuff I see before we get into the reading, right? And so then I take another deck and I'll get the feeling from this one too. Got 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Okay, so deep unhappiness, a lot of illusion, something manifesting you, but it's not working. 9 of Swords, 5 of Swords again. Yeah. King of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. Oh, geez. Okay. And then, I want to use this one too. But yeah, I just figured I'd show you the pre-shuffle. Like, this is how I get my feelings. Right? Yeah, somebody was in devil energy, and they were indulgent. Okay. But a new relationship blossoms. That's good. And imagination clouds your judgment. So what I get with that one is like, this person didn't tell you the specifics of a situation, so you kind of filled in the blanks. Okay. Okay. So let's start out. Yeah. I figured I'd just let you know what the pre-shuffle looks like. I just sit here literally for a while, and cut the deck over and over until I see cards, the same ones over and over. See, like the Magician and the Hermit over and over. Okay. Anyway. Whoops. Let's see what's going on for the collective. All right. Okay. Okay, right off the bat, 4 Wands. The Chariot. 3 of Wands. Whoa. King of Wands. Jeez. A lot of wands. A lot of fire. And the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Of course. One more. Yeah, and the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. Okay. So I'm assuming twin flame soulmate connection with the 4 of Wands. And then we have the Chariot. Okay. So at one time you were happy in a relationship. That's clear. Maybe you were even planning on getting married. But there was a swift departure from this at some point. Okay. Yeah. And then we have the King of Wands and the Three of Wands. Okay. So right now you're preparing for something else. You're preparing yourself for something else. Okay. Like you might be focused on your career. Different job opportunities. You're looking, you know, like you're looking out in the horizon and seeing what else is out there for you, if that makes sense. Okay. Okay. And then this is the near future. Okay. Which could be like tomorrow. So, geez. The Page of Wands. This isn't you. Okay. You are not a page. My collective is not a page. You're like the lowest of the low. Self-limiting beliefs, procrastination, lack of direction, unequal give and take, unpaid debts. Somebody might be in debt. Yeah. Somebody might be like I want to say this person's only in things for themselves, if that makes sense. Like, I'll be your friend as long as you do X, or I'll be, you know what I mean? So like there's always has to be some kind of reward for them to do anything good or nice. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Let's get into it. Tell me more about this Chariot and the Four of Wands, please. Whoa. Okay, we have the Devil. And, oh geez, Three of Cups in reverse. Overindulgence, heavy partying. This screams like addiction, drugs, like sex, drugs, and rock and roll, literally. Destructive behavior. Wow. So whatever happened in the past, like it happened quickly. Like you noticed this person changed very quickly and you couldn't figure it out. Okay. We have Temperance. Okay. You were trying to figure stuff out, find meaning in everything. Yeah, and then we have Judgment in reverse. Oh, geez. This really made you doubt yourself. This whole situation made you doubt yourself. And I think actually this person hates themselves for what they did. Like literally hates themselves. Whatever they did. Yeah. And you were trying, and see, that's where the pre-shuffle comes in. I think you were trying to find meaning in all this and like a purpose, you know what I mean? Like, why did this happen? Yeah. Okay. Tell us more about that Judgment reverse. Okay. See, Nine of Swords. Someone kept coming out in the pre-shuffle. Other deck, but I'll take it. Nine of Swords. So yeah, this caused you a lot of sadness, a lot of anxiety, a lot of regret, but it also caused this person, I mean, let's be real, whether or not they showed it, they kind of destroyed everybody in this situation. Okay. Yeah. Two of Wands. Yeah. And so I just want to say you kind of packed up your bags and left. You just left. You know, or you kicked them out, or you just stopped talking to them. Either way. It could be a Gemini here, or an Aries. Yeah. Okay. Tell me about this King of Wands energy and the Three of Wands, please. Okay. All right. Eight of Wands. Here again with the self-limiting beliefs. Same as this. Same as this. Negative thoughts. You're releasing negative thoughts. You're looking at things in a different way. And you're free. Like I said here in the Three of Wands, you're looking out into the horizon for different opportunities. Okay. I like that. You just got to believe you can do it. That's the thing. Okay. And then here we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay. Yeah, you're very you're indecisive. Like, should I do this? You know, maybe because this person was holding you back for so long, you know, for your dreams or like what you actually like to do. I don't know. This really weird energy. You know, you want to move on, but you're like fearful of the change. Like, is it going to be for me? That type of energy. Okay. Okay, we have Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay. Tell me more about the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles, also in reverse. Okay. So you're taking this emotional loss as an opportunity to start something new. It's kind of resonating with this entire row. You didn't have success in the past, but that's not stopping you. You know what I mean? It's not stopping you from working on other things. But you still have this lack of like a long-term vision because you're very unsure of yourself right now. Like, are you in the right space? Are you in the right place and time? You know, are you doing the right thing? Okay. You have a lot of self-doubt, collective. Okay, we have Death. Okay. I think everybody does it. And then the Five of Wands kept coming out too. Okay, the pre-shuffle. Yeah. Okay. So you're changing. Yeah. You're sick of all the conflict. You're sick of all the tension and the stress. You want to change. And that's the bottom line. You want to change. So I think that's going to happen. You know what I mean? That is happening. You're making things change just by doing what you're doing right now. Okay? You just got to keep at it. You got to stay diligent. Okay. Tell me more about this Page of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, please. In reverse. Okay. Four Cups in reverse. Okay. Oh, geez. Here they come. These all came out in the pre-shuffle. Got the Five of Cups in reverse and the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Bottom of the deck, and this one came out too. Three of Swords. Okay. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. So while you're doing this, right, and you're looking towards a new path, a new idea, you have someone else who's they realized, whoever this is in your energy, they realized they're really screwed up. Like they've had an epiphany, if that makes sense. They had an epiphany about who you are to them, etc. But you're holding on to your own energy because of this. Heartbreak. You're just focused on working on yourself and everything else, and this person's just like ruminating. They're stewing in their own juices. Okay. Huh. All right. I want to use this deck. Okay. This nameless deck that has so few cards, but I love it so much. All right. So tell us what we got for the collective, okay? Okay. Water. The talisman. Okay. Okay. The Chimera. See, this one came out in the pre-shuffle. Imagination clouds your judgment. Yeah. So I think you're naysaying. I think you're naysaying, collective. You gotta stop that. Okay, we have talisman in reverse. You're destined to succeed. And we have water, emotions at their peak. Yeah, because you're like being too emotional. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, and this was in the pre-shuffle too. Huh, a new relationship blossoms. See, you gotta go with it. Go with your intuition. Stop double thinking yourself, because what's going on here is whatever happened here, and we haven't clarified that yet, but it was destined to, okay? It was destined to. We have a lot of emotion here, and what they're saying is, don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. You know what I mean? Like if this person comes back, for instance, says, I'm so sorry, can we be friends again or whatever, you need to stay the course. Stay the course, soldier. Or, you know, captain, sailor, whatever you want to call it. Stay the course. Do what you're doing right now. Don't go back. You're going to go backwards. Don't go backwards. Because anytime, you know, you're thinking you're not going to succeed. You're like, I can't succeed. But the minute you realize that you can, you're going to find new love. Or someone's going to find you. Okay? That's what I'm seeing here. So, like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but don't give up. Okay? Don't give up on yourself. You deserve way better than this situation here. You know, I mean, you deserve way better than this, collective. Okay? Okay. I'm sorry I have to be so strict with you today, but I feel like somebody needs a little kick in the butt, okay? Somebody out there needs a little kick in the butt. See, Hierophant again. It's coming out, okay? All right. What do we got for the collective in this 9 of Swords, 2 Wands energy, please? Okay. Okay. Queen of Cups in reverse. And the Sun. It's a cute sun with 8 eyeballs. Aww. In reverse. Okay. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Justice and the 6 of Pentacles, both in reverse. Okay. Okay. Bottom of the deck. 10 of Swords. Okay. Yeah. 10 of Swords. Confirmed by the 9 of Swords. Somebody completely destroyed you. They didn't give you any closure, any justice. They were very stingy with you. Of course that made you unhappy. This person was very cold with you. Didn't show you very much love, very much of attention. Just like I said, why go backwards, collective? That's a horrible situation. You deserve more. Yeah, look, you 9 of Cups. You deserve more. Okay, let's see what's What's with the, you're fighting for a change, okay? You're done with the stress and all that, and you want to change, you're looking at new horizons. Tell us more about that, okay? Tell us more about that, okay? I have 8 of Cups. In reverse. Anybody else like melamine dishes? I think they're so awesome. I don't know why. If I had actual like cupboards in my apartment that, you know, could fit more than a couple cans, I would totally get like a set of those. They're cool. So yeah, you're moving on. You're just moving on. That's what it is. You're moving on. 2 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, and Death. You're making a change. I mean, you look, confirmation. Confirmation. You can't, seriously, you can't make it up. Death and Death. Okay. You're not confused anymore. You're not in your head anymore. Temperance, see? Look, Temperance. Look at this. Temperance, Balance, the Empress, and the Magician. See, that one kept coming up in the pre-shuffle too. So you're done with the illusions. You've seen through the illusions. You're trying to get balanced back into your life. I think that's what this is all about. Like, whatever this was like serious effery. You didn't deserve it, okay? And so now you're regrouping. You just got to stay the course, like I said. Because, you know, you're not in your head. You know you got to change. You know things got to change. Just let's do it, okay? Let's do it. Okay, so tell me more about this new relationship, blossoms, and all that good stuff. Okay. We have, okay, 9 of Cups, right back out. We have the Moon in reverse. 9 of Cups. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Hangman. Okay. Okay. See? Success. Hard work. Hard work, success. Mm-hmm. Secrets coming out. You saw through the charade, the charades. Destined to succeed. See, this is mimicking this 7 of Pentacles. You have this fear that you're not going to be successful. Okay? This is like literally almost the same card. Okay? You have this fear that you're not going to be successful. Okay? You do. And you're kind of stuck. Okay? Because you don't have clarity on everything. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You don't have... Secrets came to light, but not everything. So I'm getting, it's like it's not bright enough for you. Okay? It's not bright enough. Yeah. Maybe you've been dreaming about this person. I'm getting you've been dreaming about this person. Yeah. But either way, I mean, if you stay the course, like I said, you've got some 9 of Cups coming along. You've got a real nice, loving situation coming along. And I mean, this doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be just with yourself. You know, and the minute you start loving on yourself, others are going to follow, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's what I have for you today, collective. I hope some of that resonated. All right. And I'll see you next time. Thanks again. Bye.